Hi, I'm Carrie Pettis Davis, Executive Director of the Institute for Justice Research and Development, and I have Annie Greer here, our Director of Community Partnerships and Training. Hi, Annie.
Hey.
We're here to talk this morning just a little bit about a very unique and exciting opportunity we have at the Institute, which is our Postmasters Fellowship that is at the intersection of criminal justice and social work. So, Annie, I feel like this opportunity is a game changer. We haven't had an opportunity in social work where we're really creating career-long professionals to help us with criminal justice interventions and criminal justice reform. Tell me what you think is unique about this.
I think that this is an opportunity for students who have struggled with wanting to go into social work or a similar field, but also feel a strong pull to social justice and some of the modern day issues that we've seen that have played out around the criminal justice system. Popularity of books and different movies that have come out recently around mass incarceration have really heightened the community sense, particularly student sense, around these issues. And so they're looking for opportunities to merge these two. And until now, I don't think there's really been a clear path about how to both combine a social work degree as well as working on these really timely and modern issues. So I'm really excited about it.
So this is really a chance to infuse social justice into our criminal justice approaches and how we're thinking about criminal justice reform. That's really exciting. So we're located at Florida State University in Tallahassee, Florida, at the College of Social Work. But where are these Postmasters Fellowships taking place?
So this first cohort of fellows will be working in Phoenix, Arizona, Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina, and Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, that's why those states. That's really diverse set of places to be located.
Absolutely. So these new states are a complement to our first stage of research that's currently taking place in Florida, Texas, Pennsylvania, and Kentucky. And so these states add some geographical diversity. They add diversity in terms of the types of participants that will work with us. And largely, we have found partners in these states and others at the higher levels of government and the Department of Corrections that are really excited to bring this opportunity to their state. And so we're experiencing great partnerships at these states.
Excellent. So I know people probably call you with a lot of questions, like, do you get paid for this fellowship?
Right.
What kind of training opportunities are this? How is it going to benefit their career? What are some of your responses to that?
So the top question is definitely around pay. So the first year is $35,000 for the year. The second year, the salary is $37,000, and the third year, the salary is $39,000. So there's a $2,000 increase for every year that you remain invested in the project and commit to the fellowship.
Oh, excellent. And what kind of training, above and beyond what they would get on a regular job happens?
Absolutely. So in addition to working very closely with our team of experts on both the clinical and research side, there are opportunities for in-service trainings, continuing education credits. There will be opportunities for the fellows to talk across states in order to look at the situation at a macro level as well as the micro level that they're working in day to day, and those conversations being facilitated by the staff here at IJRD. Those who are on the clinical track will have opportunities to receive clinical licensure. We're providing resources so that fellows can work towards clinical hours. There's also opportunities to contribute to the space as well in terms of assisting on writing on academic papers and assisting with data analysis for the research fellows, working on being able to work on policy for the research track fellows. So there's lots of opportunities to both just learn and soak up information as well as to contribute back to the space in a way that you wouldn't necessarily get to do just leaving college and going into an entry-level job.
That definitely makes sense. So I have one more question for you.
Sure.
So I know you work with a lot of community partners in across from prosecutors to public defenders to jails to prisons to reentry to mental health treatment providers, all over the spectrum of supports for individuals involved in the justice system. When you talk to community providers, what do you think that they would really be excited about, the fact that this opportunity is existing for social workers now?
I think that the partners that I've interacted with are really looking for dynamic staff that have more than one specialty, or, kind of like the Swiss Army knife of employees and people who can step in and do a lot of different tasks. And so what this opportunity creates is an opportunity to both go deep in terms of, the clinical track and the research track, but also to be broad as well, and to work as a part of a multidisciplinary team, and to acquire a number of skills and expertise that really provide for a dynamic employee within one of these entities, and really gives them an opportunity to practice their voice as well. And so being able to be a new social worker in a criminal justice setting, like a prosecutor's office or a public defender's office, where they may not currently have social workers, and be able to speak to the value of having someone that holds that role in these entities, and how that will now shape how the office goes about their work in ways that we're seeing prosecutors are, leaning more towards diversion options, but wanting non-attorney staff to help lead those projects. Same thing with public defenders, recognizing that, the needs of their defendants go beyond just legal needs, and having social workers really take the lead in those areas. And so I think that this fellowship also provides an opportunity to develop leadership skills that really boomerangs them ahead of their peers, who may just be leaving school and going directly into a career field. So even though it's a 3-year fellowship, I really feel as though it has a bow and arrow effect, that taking these 3 years to take this, cross section between work and continued education really ultimately springs them forward and further ahead than their peers who just left school and went directly into an entry-level position with a new set of skills that I don't think could just be acquired by going right into the workforce from a master's program.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. And having gone through doctoral education myself, I will also say this is an excellent trajectory for people who are interested in going into a PhD program as well. So thank you so much for spending time today talking about this and really leading the Postmasters Fellowship Program. I know that Annie is always excited to hear from potential candidates. And again, I'm Carrie Pettis-Davis with the Institute for Justice Research and Development at the College of Social Work at Florida State University. And we hope to hear from you to talk to you more about this career track.
Absolutely.